Hello, my name is Tom Stiles, and this is Tom's Real Room Show number, I don't know, but it's not important. Um, this is the series that I was going to do that I mentioned when I first introduced this Tecsun PL-660, where I'm going to try to show you some of the features and in a little detail. And so the first feature I want to show you that this radio has, many other radios have this feature or a similar feature, and it's called ATS, or automatic tuning storage, where it scans through the frequencies and finds strong stations. Now, in some cases, it could be strong noise. It doesn't differentiate between the two. And then it stores it in some of its memory locations, and then you can go back and review. Now, this particular radio, the PL-660, has a couple of different modes, and I'm only going to talk about the mode for shortwave. It also has modes for the medium wave AM band and the long wave band and the FM band. But today I'm just going to talk about the shortwave band. And in the shortwave ATS mode, there are two submodes. The first submode will scan all the meter bands. Now, it only scans the meter bands. It doesn't scan the entire shortwave spectrum, which this radio will tune from 1.7 megahertz to 30 megahertz. It only scans the meter bands, such as 41 meters, whatever, which are the bands that are used by the shortwave international broadcast stations. So that's all it works. Unfortunately, it does not scan the entire band. And so it leaves out things like the ham radio bands, the utility bands for the military, stuff like that. It leaves those out. So that's somewhat, for me, because I'm into amateur radio, is a negative. But anyway, we'll go on and talk about the two modes. So the first mode, called Mode A, will scan all the meter bands. So it takes a while. The negative about that is that when it does that, the first thing it does is erase all the memories. And these are just the shortwave memories. Each of the various bands, AM, FM, has a set of memories. So since we're going to be in shortwave mode, it's going to clear out all the pre-stored shortwave bands, shortwave memories. Now, I've already done this several times, and so I have a bunch of them in memory. So I like to use the mode B. And mode B only stores the meter band that you're in when you go into this mode. So say you're in the 7 megahertz band, which I forgot what meter that is. Should be like 41 meters, I believe. It's only going to scan those. But the advantage is it doesn't erase anything that you previously stored. So that's cool. I wish they also had that in the other one where it scanned everything, all the meter bands, and I wish it would scan everything in the whole spectrum in shortwave, but it doesn't do either one of those. So I'm going to illustrate mode B first, because I've already got some things stored in here, and I'll show you. So we'll turn the radio on.
Or to stand up and say no.
We'll turn the volume down. Now, if I go through, it's in the memory mode right now, so if I use the tuning dial, it's going to go through the memories, and I'm going to try to find the last one that it stored. And I hope this is showing up. That's why I zoomed in. I hope this is showing up on the camera. We're up to 80, and then it'll roll over. 91, 92, 93. Gosh, I've done it a lot of times. Okay, it just rolled over. So I have, if I go back slowly, I have 97 memories with a frequency stored in, and those were stored by using the ATS mode. So say I've already cleaned those up, and those are my good frequencies, and I don't want to lose them. So I can use mode B. Now, the two different modes are to push and hold either this down arrow under the shortwave or the up arrow under the shortwave. So if you want to just scan the meter band you're in, we're not right now in the, I guess, the 41 meter band, and not disturb your frequencies you've already stored, you'd use the up arrow. So I'm going to do that right now. So I'm going to push and hold the up arrow. And now it's scanning. So you can see it started at 98 and it's storing already. Now I'm using an external antenna right now because it's early in the morning, the weather conditions are not good, so I'm trying to get it to find something. Now it might find a lot of noise. So it's still scanning that 41 meter band, and once it gets through that one band, it will stop. So it's already got up to 100. Okay, I got 112. So I think it was either 97 or 98 before. So it's added from 97, 98, whatever it was. It's added up to 112. So now it's stopped. I can go back and review those. Let me go back to them. Yeah, I think it was 98 or 90. Yeah, I think it was 98. I'm not positive. Not a big deal. And see what it stored. Okay, there it stored some noise. More noise. Okay, so those are the new ones that it found. Unfortunately, they're all noise. And like I told you a few minutes ago, I'm using an external antenna, which of course is going to pick up more noise, but I wanted to find something, even if it was noise. And of course, like I say, it's early morning. We're still in stormy conditions, so it's not the best conditions for listening to the radio. But I wanted to get this video done. So that's the mode B. Now the other mode, which is mode A, will scan all the bands, all the metered bands, and before it does it, it erases everything. So it will start back at memory location, I think either 0 or 1, I don't remember. And it'll start storing, so it'll wipe out everything I have. Well, since I've just been playing with this, there's really nothing that I want to keep right now. So I'm going to go ahead and try that mode for you. So to do mode A, you push and hold the down arrow under shortwave. Okay, you can see it started way down at 2.2 something, and it's going to scan the entire shortwave band, the meter section of the, so the broadcast band of each of the frequencies in the shortwave spectrum. So it's going to take a little while. And as you saw, this started back down to like either 0 or 1. So I've now wiped out everything that I had stored before. And if I had stored some good stuff that I like, too bad, they're gone. Now what would be nice is that if they had it, and maybe there's a way of doing it, and I just don't understand it yet, if they had a way that they had memory locations that were temporary, so that no matter what you did, the permanent, I'll call it, and I only mean permanent by the standpoint it doesn't get written over automatically, you have to delete whatever's in there. If they had a temporary section and a permanent section, so that when you did this ATS mode, it only put it in the temporary section, and then when you went back and looked at it, you found a frequency you liked, you could move it to one of the permanent memory locations. that it didn't touch when it did the ATS scan. That would be a better way of doing this. But anyway, so it's up to 5.9. It's already found 170. Again, probably a lot of noise because I'm using this external antenna. And because I'm using that external antenna and getting a lot of noise, this may take a while to get through all the bands. And I'm pretty sure that you can stop at any time. I don't remember exactly how you stop it. Let's see, what are we up? Okay, it stopped. Now, why did it stop? This is interesting. It stopped. Oh, I know why it stopped. It stopped at 1.785, which is only about halfway through the memory, halfway through the meter bands. But I'm pretty sure the reason it stopped is because for shortwave, it only has 200 memory locations. So I think it filled up all 200 locations. So let's go back and look. Let's go backwards. Yep. Sure enough, the last one is 199. So it used up all the available shortwave memory locations. And unfortunately, probably 99% of it, of what it's found, is noise. So let's just go scan through it real quick. That sounds like it's either off frequency or that single sideband.
Desarrollo educacional de toda la población. La nación caribeña alcanza.
See, that sounds like a Cuban station, which would come in strong here in Florida. Okay. Anyway, so you see what I mean. It did the scan. It went back, and you saw when it started at either 0 memory location or 1. I don't remember. Let me just use the right button and go up here real quick to the top and see if it rolls over to 0. Okay, it starts at 0. So it actually started at 1. So I guess it leaves. Look, that's interesting. It left memory location 0 alone. That's interesting. So, and then it went through, and you can see it's down in the 2-point-something range, which I had not stored anything down there. So whatever I had stored, let's say down in memory location 2, has been replaced by what it found in this scan, in this case 2.25. So that's my little demonstration of this mode, the ATS mode, in the shortwave bands and the 2 submodes. So if you got any questions, please leave me a comment or send me an email. I'll try my best to answer it. I'm definitely not an expert on this radio or any other radio, so I'm not claiming to be. And I'm just trying to share my information and get feedback. You know, if you guys have used this a lot, because I just got this, we use it a lot, and you found some things you can do with these modes or cannot do with these modes, I'd really appreciate a comment or an email. So that's the show for today. Thanks for watching, and maybe I'll figure out what the show number is. Bye-bye.